So what is the law all about? First, we need to know how to state the law. So Graham's law of diffusion states that the rate of diffusion of a gas, the rate of diffusion of a gas is inversely proportional density to its density, provided provided the temperature provided the temperature and other physical factors remain constant remain constant. Okay, so this is how to state Graham's law of diffusion. So Graham's law of diffusion is can be expressed mathematically as R, that's rate of diffusion, is inversely proportional to the square root of what? Density. So it means R is inversely proportional to square root of D. R is inversely proportional to square root of D. So let's remove the proportionality sign. It will be R is equal to K over square root of what? D. So let's make K the subject of formula, which is a constant. K is equal to R square root of what? D. Let K equals K1 and K1 equals K2. So in that sense, my R1 square root of D1 will be equals to what? R2 square root of what? D2. Since the constants are equal. So from this, I can therefore R1 square root of D1 equals to R2 square root of D2. So I can divide both sides by R2 D1. Divide both sides by R2 D1. Divide both sides by what? R2 D1. Right? So this is going to be over R2 D1 divided by R2 D1. Okay? Now, let's divide them. So it means that this one and this one is gone, and this is gone. So the value of R1 over R2 is equal to D2 R1 is equal to what? Rate of diffusion. Rate of diffusion of gas 1. Okay? Then R2 is the rate of diffusion of gas 2. Then D2 is density of gas 2. And D1 is what? Density of gas 1. You can use the D in terms of, we can change it to molar mass. So instead of using D, you can use molar mass. So I can change the formula from R1 over R2 equals to square root of D2 over square root of D1. This is the formula itself. So it's the same as saying R1 over R2 equals to what? Square root of M2 over square root of M1. It's the same thing. Please, are you following? But in this case, your M1 will be equals to the molar mass of gas 1. And your M2 will be equals to the molar mass of gas 2. R1 over R2 is equal to square root of D2 over square root of D1. It's similar to R1 over R2 equals to square root of M2 over square root of M1, where M1 represents molar mass of gas 1 and M2 represents the molar mass of gas 2. Okay? So our rate, which is R, is equal to volume over time. So meaning rate is volume over time. That means the unit of volume is centimeter cube and time is seconds. So I can therefore say that my R1 can be the same as V1 over T1. Okay? and my R2 can be the same as what? V2 over what? T2. So what I will do is I will substitute these two R values into what I have up here. Okay, so instead of me to write R1, I can put V1 over T1, right? So that means from the equation, which is R1 over R2 equals to square root of D2 over square root of D1, or R1 over R2 is equal to square root of M2 over square root of M1, which happens to be the same. So since R1 equals to V1 over T1 and R2 is equal to V2 over T2, so let us put in those values inside that equation up there. So that will give us V1 over T1 over V2 over T2 is equal to square root of D2 over what? Square root of D1. Okay? Or we say V1 over T1 over V2 over T2 equals square root of M2 over square root of M1. Note, if the volumes are the same, that means if V1 is equal to V2, you are going to have a different equation, meaning that effusion or diffusion, right, occurs in the same container. Occurs in the what? In the same container. So if it occurs in the same container, it means that V1 will most likely be equals to V2. So when you have that, you can bring in the equation again. V1 over T1, everything divided by V2 over T2 equals to square root of D2 over what? Square root of D1. So let's change it. So it will be V1 over T1 divided by V2 over T2 equals to square root of D2 over square root of D1, right? And so this becomes V1 over T1 times, we change the division sign to multiplication sign, T2 over what? V2 equals to square root of D2 over square root of D1. So now since the volume are equal according to what we just said, so it means V1 and V2 will cancel out. T2 over T1 is equal to square root of D2 over square root of D1. So that will now be T2 over T1 equals to square root of D2 over square root of what? D1. So this can be transformed to make sure that this is T2 D2 T1 D1 is the same thing as saying T1 over T2 equals to square root of D1 square root of D1 over what? Square root of D2. So this is it. It's the same. Now since we said that we can use M in place of D, we can also say that this is T1 over T2 is equal to square root of M1 over square root of what? M2. Still the same.